You know, recently we introduced you to a company called Hometown Workforce, relatively new here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and what they do and the services they provide. We decided we'd take you out on location and introduce you to Jason Van Zandt with Hometown Workforce and show you the process that you go through whenever you get ready to order a service from them and how exactly it works. Jason, how are you, buddy?
Good. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Tell us a little bit, again, in case people are tuning in for the first time, a little bit about Hometown Workforce.
Right. So Hometown Workforce is a true Biloxi-based tech startup, and we spent the last 3 years building the world's very first home services marketplace. And what we need help from people in Biloxi, we need them to go to our website. When I say Biloxi, so homeowners from DeBees Road to the other side of the casinos. We need them to go to our website and order these services. So we have pressure washing, we have gutter cleaning, carpet cleaning, house cleaning, and basic handyman services. We need people to order these services so we can prove to our investors that this technology actually works. Because for years they've been saying this is impossible, right? If it were possible, why hasn't some big company already done what we're trying to do? So I'm going to run you through the process real quick, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to order a service.
And it's really unbelievable how quickly that you can do this and order these services. I mean, you've shown me before we actually started filming, but it was like a wow factor. Yeah. It really was.
Yeah, so our technology is really designed to ensure that contractors are honest and reliable. So they show up on time, they do what they're supposed to, when they're supposed to, and on the back end of that, this technology can run the contractor's entire business. So it becomes their marketing team. It goes out and finds them jobs. It becomes their secretary, so it can schedule those jobs on the contractor's calendar. It becomes their bookkeeper and their collection, so it makes sure they get paid. So everything that's difficult about running a business, our technology does automatically.
All right, well, show us how it works.
All right, so I'm going to run you through it real quick. So the first step is you go to our website, wfskills.com, and you enter your zip code.
Okay.
The next step is this pulls up all the listings available in your area, and we're going to get our gutters cleaned. So you're going to search for gutters just like you would on Amazon. You can see this example of the gutters here.
Yeah.
The problem that people have is understanding how long or how many feet of gutter they need cleaned. And when you go to pick these listings, you need to look at it like you were buying a product off Amazon, right? So you wouldn't buy a phone case from a different phone. You need to pick the listing that's specific to your task.
Right.
This is where everybody gets hung up. So after you click on the listing, you need to pick the variation of the service that best defines your project. So is your gutters under 60 feet, between 30 and 60, 60 to 90? And nobody has any idea. You'd have to physically climb up there to really understand how much gutter you need clean.
Right.
So what we suggest is all people do is just...
you take a tape measure, matter of fact, go from one corner of the house to about just to where the gutter ends, and get a pretty good idea and be in the ballpark.
Yeah, and what we suggest is people just choose the least expensive variation, and what this does is it locks the contractor in. And as you see, we click through the calendar here, you can see the available openings. So there's an 11 to 12 spot, and then there's a few other ones. So we're going to pick the 12 to 1. We're going to click Book Now. The next step is we're going to list our job details. So our name, the address, so the contractor knows where to go, the state and the city, and of course we're only serving customers in Biloxi now. And then you enter your zip code. You can also upload pictures, and you can describe your project if you need to. The next step is you click Continue to Checkout. Yeah,
and then you put the money goes, you deposit it into an escrow account, if I can remember.
Correct. Yes.
Well, so there you go. See it.
And it just uses Stripe. So you click this, and then it processes the order. So it's going to go through this little quick process of verifying the transaction was approved. And
what I think is really great about this, Jason, is there's no hidden fees.
No
surprises at the end of it. When you put that price on there, that service price, that's what you pay.
That's right. Yeah, and that's it. When you finished ordering this service, basically the work's done. You click here, and this takes you to the project manager. So you can see that this project is pending approval. Now, I ordered this service on the contractor side on this account, so I can show you how contractors manage their jobs. So these green jobs are jobs that they've already accepted. This is the job that we just scheduled. These red jobs are hours that the contractor's not available. So they can work as much or as little as they want. So we're going to click on this new job, and then we're going to accept the project. Now we're going to jump back over to the project manager on the consumer side, and then we're going to click on this new project here.
Whenever somebody comes in and orders a service, how long does it usually take for them to get a response as to when the service can be done?
I would say within a couple hours. So as soon as the service is ordered, the contractor receives a notification, and the contractor needs to accept or decline the project.
Right.
So the contractor is going to send a series of notifications. So I just sent the 30 minutes out. The customer knows the contractor's on the way. The next one is they're going to start work, and the last one, so they finish the job, they're going to say end project, right? So we're going to go back over to the consumer side, and then we're going to click on this, and as you can see, it says work complete. So we're on the consumer side of the system. Now the consumer comes out and they check, they say, okay, it looks great. They're going to accept the work, just like that. And the last step is to leave a review. So it's that easy. And in the event that the customer chose the wrong variation, the contractor can say, you know, this is actually 35 feet. And in the case it was 35 feet, they probably would say that, you know, you don't owe anything extra. But if it was 60 feet, the contractor has the ability to add, to negotiate with the consumer and say, you know, you have 60 feet of gutter, so it's going to be an additional $30. So you can add that right here on the spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so any variation of any service.
And they won't go and add anything until they clear it with the customer.
That's absolutely right. This is the customer side, so the contractor can't add more money, but the consumer can negotiate with the contractor to add additional tasks, and also the contractor has the ability to refund money. So as you can see, the customer, while scheduling the services on the contractor's calendar, does two revolutionary things. It provides them with jobs, and it manages every hour of the schedule. And since the funds are deposited into escrow, all the contractor has to do to get paid is show up on time and do a good job. It's unbelievable what this does on both the consumer and the contractor side.
Well, we got about 30 seconds left, Jason. I do want to mention again the website. I want you to stand up. Website's right on the back of his shirt here. You can't miss it. WFskills.com. That's where you go to when you get ready to schedule yourself a project, an appointment. And besides gutter cleaning, as we mentioned, got a lot of other different services on there. Good luck to you.
Yes,
I know it's going to be great. You're quite welcome. Check them out. WFskills.com is where you can call or check in and get your service provided by Hometown Workforce.